All right, call to. Not yet. Good.
No.
We're good. Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? All right, good. All right. Call to order.
Ms. De La Vega? Present. Ms. Perez?
Sounds weird, huh?
Present. Mr. Rodriguez?
Present.
Mr. Tunidor?
Present.
Mr. Zogby?
Present.
Mr. President, you have enough members to conduct business.
Thank you. And can you please lead us in invocation?
Lord, we ask for your continued blessing upon our city. We ask that you grant the members of this council wisdom and understanding in every decision they face. Amen.
Thank you. And a pledge allegiance led by Monica Perez, please.
Let's face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item, please.
The following guidelines have been established by the City Council. All lobbyists must register with the city clerk. As a courtesy to others, please refrain from using cellular telephones or other similar electronic devices in the council chamber. A maximum of 3 speakers in favor and 3 speakers in opposition will be allowed to address the council on any one item. Each speaker's comments will be limited to 3 minutes. No signs or placards in support of or in opposition to an item or speaker shall be permitted within the council chamber. Any person, whether participating via web platform, telephonic conferencing, or physical presence at City Hall, interested in making comments or posing questions on matters of public concern or on any item on the agenda may do so during the meeting. Members of the public may address the City Council on any item pertaining to city business during the comments and questions portion of the meeting. A member of the public is limited to 1 appearance before the City Council, and the speaker's comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Individuals should be respectful of the elected officials and staff and make an effort to speak with a moderate tone using appropriate language and avoiding personal attacks. Members of the public in the audience shall refrain from shouting or making remarks from their seats to the mayor, council member, or staff sitting on the dais. The public can view public meetings on the city's YouTube page.
Next item, please.
Presentations.
So we have 2 presentations today, and I'm honored to give these 2 presentations for myself as council president. I'm going to start with our Councilman Jesus Tundidor. We have a special key of the city for you, sir. So let's let me show you. So actually, it says, Mr. Jesus, key to the city presented to deep appreciation to Jesus Tundidor for his honorable and devoted service in the city of Hialeah, where he faithfully represented our residents as a council member from 2019 to 26. His leadership, integrity, and commitment to advancing opportunity in the Hialeah families. Thank you, Mr. Tundidor. Appreciate this. Thank you. No, we let him talk first. Let's take a picture.
Through the chair?
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
So before we start, with the clock on. So before we start, and we have the honor of you talking, but I do know that our council members in your log probably want to talk a little bit before you have your conversation, please. Okay. Monica, please.
Jesus, obviously, I'm very sad that today is your last council meeting where we served together, but today's meeting, we are not only honoring the 6 years of service that that you have provided to these residents, but the impact that you have provided to the residents and to each individual who has called your office. I think you will always stand out, at least for me, in the last year that I've served here, you will always stand out as that council member who went above and beyond for the residents. And also the council member who truly pushed for ordinances and resolutions that would help and impact our residents. So although this is, to me, a sad day because it's our last day serving together, I know that the future will hold a lot of positive things for you. So I am very thankful for the years that you've served, and I wish you the best. So thank you.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, because everything I tell you, I tell you to your face. But we started off as competitors. We started off untrustworthy of one another. You gave me a hard time, I gave you a hard time, and I wouldn't rewrite our story any other way. We went from that to being brothers and sisters. And I gained a brother out of this. You know, you're the hardest working person in the room. And they say that, you got to be next to people that elevate you, people that you want to be like, people that you look up to. And you, sir, are my friend. And every moment I've enjoyed it with you by my side, learning from you, growing together, laughing, crying, pulling your hair out. But we've enjoyed it, and I think I'm very proud of the work you did. Very, very proud of the work you did. I think that every resident here knows you, whether you're walking through Publix or you're walking through the library or at any event, people know you, and they have a story to tell, how you helped them, how you took time out of your life, out of your wife and your daughter's schedule to really respect them and give them a call back. And that says a lot about who you are and the time and the energy and the effort that you put into this. So thank you on behalf of the city of Hialeah. Thank you on behalf of the residents. Thank you for the legacy that you left here. Thank you for the hard work that you did. It made an impact on our city, and I appreciate that. I know that the employees appreciate that. I think you've always been very kind to everyone that's in this room. You've always bothered them, called them, asked them 500 questions, but I think they respect you because of that. I think they wouldn't have it any other way. And thank you for your service. Thank you for the time that you've served here. I know that, this is just the beginning of your journey. So I'm excited to see where life takes you.
Through the chair?
Yes, sir.
Put the clock on. Stop me at 45 minutes. No, I want to thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you since 2019. You got elected in 2019. You've been a very hardworking council member. You didn't come here to rest. You came here, you were always Mr. Action Jackson. So that's very admirable. It's a pleasure working with you. You always had a great attitude. You're a smart guy. You gave it while you were here, you gave it your very best. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed working with you, and I think you gave your very best to the city. I really do. I really do. Thank you, sir. And good luck to you. Good luck.
Sorry, last one.
No,
Just so,
listen.
last one. Just so everybody can know, Jesus, because of Jesus, I'm here. He actually motivated me and supported me when I first ran for council. And I can tell you, sometimes we disagree in politics, but he is a friend, he's a person of his word, and what he says, if he's going to do something, he does it. And I mean that. So thank you for the support you always had, and good luck. And this is just the beginning for you. Thank you, sir.
Well, like everyone said up here, you're a very hard worker. I do know and believe that you do care about the city of Hialeah and you do care about the residents. I know you're not done here, by the way, but it's funny because we swore in together in 2019 and now we both live together. Pero bueno, regardless, we've been friends, we've been rivals, but although we've been, we've ran against each other, we've always been good with each other. So I wish you luck as well. And I know, like I said, you're not done here and you're going to do great things. But thank you for your service for Hialeah.
I will keep it brief. Um, I've been finishing up a book by a psychiatrist called Viktor Frankl, and he spent some time in Auschwitz during World War II, and his book argues certain concepts that other doctors have made. Right, a doctor said that humans go on a quest for the pleasures of life. And then another doctor said that humans go on a quest for power. But his book is about humans going on a quest to find meaning. And he believes that there are three components to that. There's three places that you can find meaning. And it's work, love, and hardship. And I want to say that I've been fortunate enough to find meaning in this place through all three of those avenues. I'm very proud of the work that we've been able to do here. I'm very proud of, it's not even about us. It's about the staff and it's about the team that really goes all in every single day, that puts up with our crap and puts up with the politics and puts up with everything. And without you guys, this city wouldn't work. And again, we've all together collectively here have made decisions based upon what we think is best for the city. And I really do mean that, in spite of all the political stuff and the BS. I think at the core, each and every one of us truly cares about this city. So I'm very proud of being a part of this great work that we've all done. And the love that all of you have shown me and has shown my family and my girls and my wife, and the love that our residents have shown me, it's really brought a lot of meaning, right, and satisfaction into what we do. And when you have the good, you got to have some bad, right? And the hardships that I've gone through, I think obstacles in life give you character, right? It builds character. And I want to say that the hardships that I've gone through in this community, in politics, have made me the man who I am today. So when I look back at my life's work, I know that this moment in time is going to mean something to me. And I thank all of you for that. And I thank my colleagues, and I'm not going to get too crazy about it because believe it or not, I'm an emotional guy. But I'm very, very proud of everyone that I've worked on here with. I'm proud of my sister Monica. We call her the executioner. And very, very proud of my sister and the person that she also has become. And Melinda, we call her the no? All right. Well, we call her good things. We call her good things. And I'm gonna miss working with you, Zogby. I'm gonna miss working with you. Always a lot of joy. and always bring a lot of happiness. And thank you for that, my brother. And Louis, great future ahead of you. I'm proud of you, everything that you've done. Jackie, it's been fun. It's been fun, and I know that you've always meant well as well. And I know that you care about this community as well. And it's been an honor to serve with you. And I know that you guys will be in great hands moving forward with the incoming administration. You have also, aside from a strong administration coming in, you have a strong council. And so I know that the future of this community is in great hands. So lo quiero mucho, and thank you for a fun ride. God bless.
Thank you. And we have another presentation. This is for you, Jackie, also the key to the city. And let me read it. To the key to the city, honoring Jacqueline Garcia Rose for her distinguished public service and historic achievement as a champion of the people of Hialeah, serving as a council member group, you can see, 3 from 2019 to 2025, and the first woman mayor of the city of Hialeah in 2025 and 2026. She demonstrated innovation, dedication, principled leadership, and a deep love for the community she served. Her contribution will continue to guide and inspire future leaders. Thank you, Mayor. Here's the key to the city, man. Thank you. So, Mayor, anybody want to start first? Okay, so Mayor, first of all, in the past 6 years working with you, I can tell you she's always been constituent work first, thinking of the city first. And I know it was a very hard job that you did, and you did a great job for the past year. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your role. You are tough, but you're fair. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Through the chair. Madam Mayor, although it's been a short time of us serving together, one as council members, and then under your leadership, I know it's been a challenge, right? Or I know it was a challenge because you were thrown into this, but you kept your chin up. You fought some pretty strong battles, and you did it with grace. Congratulations on being the first woman mayor. That's a title that you will take forever. But I know, again, you will do great things. I'm sure this is the beginning for you too. So I wish you all the best in your new adventure. So thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
If I may, through the chair?
Yes, ma'am.
So like Jesus, we started off the same year in 2019. The team began together, and now I'm seeing, you guys go your separate ways. I think you've had a lot of growth. I'm very proud of the growth that you've done from then till now. I'm proud of the woman you've evolved into being. And I think your daughters are very lucky to have you as their mother, a beautiful example of a mother. I think your father would be very proud of you today and always. So you have a wonderful legacy that you leave behind for your family. And for that, I'm sure you've made many people filled with joy and very proud that belong here in the city of Hialeah and as your family as well. So I just wish you a lot of luck moving forward. Thank you for the memories that we made together. We had a lot of beautiful memories created together, and I wish you the best of luck always.
Thank you.
Through the chair. Um, Madam Mayor, it's like I mentioned earlier, it's been a lot of fun. It's been, I hope more than anything, you know, what we can all take is a learning experience, right? I think at the end of the day, whether it's good or whether it's bad, I always, I like to tell my girls, right, at home that you never lose, right? It's just, it's experience that we gain, right? And so I want you to know that, and I want to give you a lot of credit, you know, for the job that you've done the last couple of months. You know, running operations, you know, making sure that you're in compliance, you know, all those things aren't easy. You know, even for someone that does it every single day, that's not easy. So for you to be thrown in there, right, into the lion's den and to hold your own and to move the city forward as much as you could during this time, it speaks volumes of you. So it's been a great time serving with you, and I look forward to seeing you down the road.
Thank you.
All right.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
Same thing, Mayor, like everybody. Thank you for serving for the past 6 years. There's not an easy day in this job. There's not an easy day. You got elected in 2019. You showed up to every meeting. You did your job the best that you could, like everybody else does, and that's greatly appreciated. As a resident, I appreciate that. I appreciate what you've done in the last several months, and I wish you the very best from here on in. Thank you.
Thank you. So I figured I would give my speech, my little short farewell speech at the end, because I didn't want to get sentimental, but you know, Monica kind of hit it on the head there. But I just want to say thank you to everyone. It's been an honor to serve this city. Almost 6 years as a councilwoman, and yet the last 7 months as the first female mayor. I'm grateful for every moment, every challenge, and every resident who trusted me along the way. I also want to thank my family for always standing by my side, my colleagues, my staff, everyone I had the privilege to work with. Thank you for your support, your teamwork, your dedication. Although this is my last council meeting for now, my commitment to our city doesn't end here. I will continue to serve, support, and stand with our residents in every way I can. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. You good? Okay. Next item, please.
Announcements of amendments, corrections to the agenda. I'm sorry, comments and questions.
Question first. Any comments and question? Anybody?
No registered speakers.
Okay. Next item, please.
Announcements of amendments and corrections to the agenda. The proposed ordinance for administrative item 11A has been updated and a copy has been placed on the dais for the city council's review. A memorandum titled Prior City of Hialeah's Presidents Regarding Employee Incentives from the city attorney has been added as additional backup to consent item T, and a copy has been placed on the dais for the city council's review. Consent item V has been administratively postponed until the city council meeting of January 13, 2026.
Which is that?
Consent item V. V as in Victor. 10B.
B is in big.
Yes.
Okay. Next item, please.
Board appointments. Proposed resolution reappointing Diego Perez as a member of the Planning and Zoning Board for a 2-year term beginning on June 29, 2025 and ending on June 28, 2027.
Diego, this time we have a full council. So everybody, Diego's been one of our leaders in the board for how long, Diego, if you don't mind? For I think over 30 years already. And I can tell you, when I was a board member, he always guided me, helped me, and showed me the ropes there. And he's always led us, the city of Hialeah, with the best intentions. So thank you. So I'll be nominating you again. Hopefully the council can have your support for you, but I know you want a couple words for us, please.
Thank you,
Name and
council members. Diego Perez, Planning and Zoning Board Chair, 501 Palm Avenue. Thank you. You know, it's an honor to have served the city for eons, it looks like. You know, my background, you can count on me. I've proven it time after time. So thank you in advance. And I do feel necessary to make a small correction in all of your speeches. They're very beautiful, very touching. But we need to give that gentleman there a little bit, and you too, Mr. Tunidor and Mr. Rodriguez, give you a little bit more credit. They're saying only 6 years, right? You were my vice chair for 2 years. So that's more than 6 years. You were on the board with me for several years also. So it's been longer than 6 years. Think other than Dogby, that's been here since probably just as long as I have, everybody's done a good job. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Diego.
Diego.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say one thing about Diego, man. He's one of the very few people that after spending many years, right, in his role, he comes in every single Wednesday that there's a P&Z meeting, like it was the first time that he was doing it. So, my hat's off to you and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right.
It's my pleasure. It's my honor.
Yeah. Can we have your motion, sir?
Motion.
And
Second,
please take roll.
Mr. Zogby,
yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tunidor.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Thank you, Diego.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Item B, proposed resolution reappointing Ismaili Iglesias as a member of the Planning and Zoning Board for a 2-year term beginning on September 10, 2024, and ending on September 9, 2026.
Thank you. Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
I ask you for your support for Ismaili Iglesia. He couldn't make it here tonight. He's dealing with a serious health issue with his father, but he is a fantastic, intelligent resident of Hialeah. He understands zoning. He understands the vision. He's been serving with me since 17, since I started, and he doesn't miss a meeting. He's just fantastic. So I ask for everybody's support, please, in renominating him or into the board, onto the P&Z board.
Thank you.
Motion.
Reappointing him.
Second.
Please take roll.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tunidor.
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Okay, thank you. And next item, please.
Consent agenda, sir.
Okay, I'm going to be pulling item T. Any other council member?
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
Item R. Please.
Okay.
And
And if,
otherwise motion.
if I,
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
apologize.
Item B,
Which one?
What's that?
E?
B as in boy.
Oh, B is a boy, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think that was that,
Is that the one that,
I
no,
think it was, was it? No?
no, it was
Okay,
B as in
right.
Victor,
Gotcha.
right? The one that was postponed, V.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, anyone else? Okay, can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Please take roll.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tunidor.
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega.
Yes.
Ms. Perez.
Yes.
Motion carries. The consent agenda has passed except items T, R, and B.
T. Okay. And can you please read T? No, B. B or B? B.
B.
Okay, B.
Proposed resolution approving a piggyback from the contract Orange County and Xylem Water Solutions USA Incorporated, authorizing the mayor or her designee and the city clerk as a testing witness on behalf of the city to issue a purchase order to Xylem Water Solutions USA Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $500,000 for the purchase of pumps and pumps repairs and in substantial conformity with the agreement attached hereto and made a part hereof as Exhibit A and providing for an effective date.
Okay. Council?
Hi, Kevin. I don't think the city attorney will allow you. I wouldn't
I'm
mind.
sorry you have to come up to the podium.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. He's gonna make you say your name and address.
Kevin Linsky, Public Works Department, 3700 West Fourth Ave.
Okay. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Good.
I just wanted to follow up. I know that we've been discussing the whole pumps situation throughout the city and different ones that we've been repairing. Can you give me a little bit of insight of if this is targeting a specific pump and just the follow-up?
So in the city, we have just over 100 wastewater basins. In every single one of the basins, we have at least 2 wastewater pumps. And in some cases, we have 3 to 4. So maybe we have 240 or so pumps throughout the system. And over the last few years, we've been isolating it down to mostly one brand so that everything is consistent. So we've had a lot of luck in the last couple of years. We brought in someone from the county named Oscar Vasquez, who's kind of systematically gone through the system and is getting more information concerning which pumps are underperforming,
Okay.
because really that had not been done for quite some period of time. Pumps have a lifespan where the impellers start to wear down. So he's been going through that data, and this is part of the process. Part of the solution is bringing in new pumps and repairing old ones.
But this expenditure amount covers how many pumps, or is it just parts to the pumps?
It's both. So I would say twice a month I sign off on a work order to repair a pump that is broken. And then we buy new ones. Basically, we have very few new stations that are coming online. But when an old pump wears out, we have a choice of repairing it or purchasing it. And we do both under this contract, depending on the state of that particular pump.
Right, but we don't have like a specific number of how many pumps will be repaired with this expenditure?
No,
It's not like a targeted number?
No, we go through based on the performance of the pumps in that particular year and replace them if they're in trouble.
And the salesman to Xylem Water Solution is Eric Johnson? No relation to Eric Johnson that's here?
No, it's him.
He's the salesman.
No, I don't think it's him.
All right. Okay, so it's just a general, but not, it doesn't apply to a certain pump being repaired. And right now, how many do we have on pause on the moratorium? How many?
So when I got here, we had 25.
Mhm.
That 25% of the whole city you could not develop in because fundamentally the pumps were running too long. We're down to 14, which the city's has never had a number that low. And I think by March we should be at single digits. And a lot of that has to do with fixing the pump.
With this expenditure will cover that.
Yeah, we do 2 things. We line the pipes. If the problem is there's just too much water getting in the system, we line the pipes. If the problem is the pump is underperforming, we fix or replace the pump.
So by March, you said?
Yeah, we're always 3 months away from being in the single digits, but I think we're really getting there.
Okay.
We've cut it in half in a year and a half.
All right. Thank you, sir. No more questions for me. I'll motion.
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin, I have a question because it's been a couple months where we're always talking about the water pumps. This is a new company. I feel like every time we have a different name of a company.
So these are wastewater pumps. Since I've only been here a couple of years, but this has been the same name that we've been bringing forward during those 2 years.
Okay, so same one.
Yeah, to my knowledge.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Okay, please take roll.
Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please.
Item R, proposed resolution approving a governmental representation agreement in substantially the form attached with Sun City Strategies LLC to inform the city and advocate for the city on issues identified in its state and federal legislative agenda and help in advancement of the city's mission and public policy goals before Congress and administrative agencies of the federal and state government in an amount of $3,200 per month for a term of 2 years in a total cumulative amount not to exceed $76,800, authorizing the mayor or her designee and the city clerk as attesting witness on behalf of the city to execute a governmental representation of professional services agreement substantially in the form attached hereto as Exhibit A and providing for an effective date.
Councilman?
Thank you. This is a lobbying contract, and that's fine. We need lobbying contracts. We need representation. But this lobbying contract, like any contract which we would agree to now, it has to do with appropriations in the future. We have an incoming administration in a few weeks. And I believe that these decisions should be made with the incoming administration and see the type of relationship that they can establish and what they have to offer. So I think it's okay with everybody. I would motion to table this. I don't want to kill it, to table this to perhaps not the next meeting, because that's one day after the swearing in of the new administration, but maybe a TBD. Is that possible? Like to be determined, tabled maybe to the second meeting of
We can
January.
postpone until the second meeting of January until
Okay.
further notice.
That's the pleasure of the council. I do want to point out something in this form, just for your information, that besides a default termination, the city mayor or designee has the right to terminate for convenience on 5 business days' notice, just for your information.
Yeah, no, I got you. That's not long enough. Yeah. Oh, you mean if we approve it today? Yeah, it ain't long enough for the new administration, 5 days. I get what you're saying. If it had a 60-day clawback or something, but not 5 days.
Right. No, just to, yeah, they can cancel at any time on 5 days' notice.
Right.
Just to-
Oh, at any time at 5 days. notice.
At any time, right. Termination for convenience at any time. I just wanted to point that out. That's all.
But I still want, thank you, sir. But I still want to move to motion it till the second meeting, at least till the second meeting in January.
So that would be
Second.
the January 27th.
Yeah, January 27th. Thank you.
I have a motion by Zogby and a second by Tundido.
Please take roll.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Tundido.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is postponed until the city council meeting of January 27, 2026.
Okay. Next item, please. T.
Item T, proposed resolution authorizing
Sorry,
the first operating budget amendment for fiscal year 2026. A supplemental appropriation to amend the general fund, enterprise fund, special revenue funds, and capital project funds budget for fiscal year 2026 in an amount specified in the attached Exhibit A and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. Good evening. Pedro DeFaria, Director of Budget and Finance, 501 Palm Avenue.
Thank you so much. So the reason why I pulled this, to be honest with you, and I've had conversations, called the mayor's office, is that my item was item 27. I think it was as far as the employee bonus program, almost $1.5 million. I had a lot of questions about that. So pretty much, so I can talk to the council. The challenges that I had with this was, I don't think it's the right call to be giving everybody $1,000 like that without the council's conversation or just having a conversation about it. So I did want to bring that to the council conversation, have a conversation about this, what we can do. Can we do the defer? Do we kill it? Do we have a conversation? But definitely the blanket approach, I did have a challenge with that. Just wanted to bring the council to that conversation piece. And I'm in the position right now that I think it's not the fiscal conservative answer right now. And I think we should either kill it or just have the other conversation with the next administration. But I'm not comfortable with it, to be transparent.
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
This is an incentive for our employees that work very hard. Each of you work with most of the employees and most of the staff. And it's an incentive. Things are rough, times are, everything's expensive. It's Christmas time, it's the end of the year, normally when people receive bonuses. So I think it's a nice incentive to give the employees.
Gotcha. Mayor Norton, I
It's
understand.
the pleasure of the council, whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah.
council wants to do, I'm just explaining.
And Mayor, I don't have a problem with that at all, but I mean, I think there's just the blanket approach is the way I have a challenge with it. Maybe we could have done it, have conversation with, I mean, our first responders, a lot of different questions, I just didn't have a comfortable just giving a blanket approach like that, especially with people making over $100,000. So it was just, that's my opinion. This is the way I stand with it. I just think the conversation should have been gone through the council. I don't know what's done before. I think we've had bonuses programs, people were under a certain amount of salary, just different conversation pieces on that, okay? And again, I'm open for some conversation, but this is just, I think it's the wrong thing to do across the board.
It's here now for conversation, and it's been done before in many different ways. Carlos Hernandez gave $2,000.
Okay. Okay. Council.
If,
Okay.
okay, if I may through the chair?
Yes.
I think it's wonderful to try to come up with ideas to help. And especially our employees that give so much of their time. Many of them work overtime, without, receiving that incentive pay. They just do it out of their goodwill. They sacrifice a lot. They give a lot of their time and energy away from their families to give back to the city. And I think it's a wonderful way for us to be able to help them. But we also said that we were gonna help the residents and we didn't. So then now we're kind of stuck, like, we're gonna help now the employees, but then we didn't keep our word and help the residents. So then we have to follow through with what we had said. I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against it. I like the idea of what you said, maybe focusing it on a certain target group. You had mentioned that there was employees in the past, I think they targeted like a base pay of $80,000 back in 2024. And those then employees received that benefit. I'm open to that discussion. I know that some employees were left out, like some of the office staff that works here in the city clerk's office. So I would like to maybe have a discussion, but I am open into seeing some kind of benefit during this time.
Through the chair.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe the city attorney, can you clarify, because I know that the mayor had said that it's been done in the past. Can you walk me through the other scenarios?
Yes, in 2021, there was a relief that was passed by then Mayor Hernandez. And that one was for people that were determined to be essential workers during COVID. And that was approved by council resolution. And to those persons who were essential workers, as determined, by the city at that time during COVID, they received $2,000. Then
What was the census on that?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean
What
by
was, how many people got that money?
that. I believe that it was over, it was a considerable amount, but I don't know if there is a list. I don't know if I know the amount offhand.
Right.
I
I got it here. And
Yeah, right.
but it wasn't tax dollars, was it?
It was money that the federal government had given for COVID relief. So, I mean, it was public money, but it wasn't
It wasn't ad valorem.
It wasn't ad valorem, correct.
Right.
You're correct. And in 2024, as part of a budget amendment, what was done there is that was the tiered one that was spoken of by another council member. The administration at that time for employees whose base pay was under 80,000, there was a distribution of $1,000 to AFSCME members making under 80,000 and $1,500 to police and fire respectively, each, making that fit within that eligible criteria. And those are the times that it's been done in the past by resolution. And
And the latter was it ad valorem dollars?
well, I believe that when we look at the resolution in the budget, there was nothing that spoke about that being coronavirus relief funds or so
Yeah.
maybe.
For clarification, last year, that incentive pay was depending on the funding source of the employee, it came from that funding source.
Okay.
Compared to this time, that it's fully general fund dollars.
And then what was the number of people that received money then, Pedro?
I don't have that number with me, unfortunately.
Okay.
That is available in a list, but I didn't have the list with me. There were
Through the chair.
and yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
sir. Oh. Did you finish? Sir, wait a minute.
Well, unless there's another question for the moment, yes.
Oh, several good points. The first relief in 21 was given with rescue plan money, not ad valorem money, not money collected by property owners, specifically in Hialeah. It's all public money. It's all taxpayer dollars. But right, it didn't come out of our general fund, which is the monies that we generate here in Hialeah. So that was almost, and it's wrong to say, but it was almost free money. And the one in 24 was, well, that was maybe not general fund money, but it was our money collected in tax valorem here. But maybe at that point it was discussed. The problem is it was discussed before the decision was made in both occasions. This one was not discussed. It's now being brought after the fact. There was an email put out 3 weeks ago promising all the employees $1,000. I don't like to be put in this situation. I would have liked to have discussed it as a board. I'm not saying there's not a precedent that it hasn't done before, but it was never like a surprise like this. I would have liked to discuss it as a board. I'm in agreement with Councilwoman Perez. We still have a pending promise, a pending situation with the citizens, with the residents, some of the residents, for tax relief. And then we're going ahead and giving ourselves a bonus. They deserve it. Every employee deserves it. They deserve that and more. But the timing is not good, and the optics is even worse. And we earned the trust of the people of Hialeah by being transparent and showing them, not just talking the talk, but actually with action, that we are trying to save money, that we are in, tight times, and we're not throwing money away in one direction while trying to save money and squeezing the public in another direction. So I think the employees deserve it. I wish we would have been able to discuss this before, but I don't think the time is right. So I don't like it. I don't think the entire item should be discarded. There's something I want to talk about for the fire department and for the police department, right, Peter? We can talk about that, but we can come back to that. That's what I wanted to say about this. I don't like it with the bonus. I want the bonus taken away, the employee bonus, but I do want the other components. We can talk about that. If that's what I would.
And through the council president, if I may, remember, because of just the way that the city of Hialeah charter reads, that when you're approving a budget item, it's just a lesser vote. It's a majority vote of, but when you're changing something presented in the administration, any administration in the budget, that requires 5 affirmative votes, and just be apprised of that. And thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Attorney, in order to have the conversation with Zogby's looking at how will we present this, we will have to open.
Well, for example, if you if you wanted to
Approve.
approve it, less that item, to me, that is an amendment to it.
Okay.
So that would require 5 votes.
Okay.
That's not to say that the local council, the legislative body, can't consider some kind of, incentive, kind of a thing at some other point if they wish to, but to remove it, for example, if that is a question, as I understand it, you would need 5 votes because it's an amendment to a presented budget item.
I would like to, and I think everybody else agrees, I would like to remove it completely. I don't want to leave that hanging. I mean, we could address that some other time, but I would like to remove completely the bonus factor, the $1,000 bonus, but I would like to discuss, and if everybody agrees, about the fire department appropriation and the police department appropriation. And then if everybody agrees on those appropriations, then we could probably vote on an amended item, right? Those 2 appropriations without the bonus, is that correct, sir?
Yes, as long as you adhere to the 5 vote scenario that we discussed, right? Yes, sir.
Please.
So part of the one of the items in this amendment is basically $500,000. That's an increase to the fire union trust that the city contributes to the plan. So over the past year, not only the fire trust, but also any health plan has experienced a lot of high claims and high losses. So as a result, they did a study, we did an analysis, we had a conversation with the fire trust, and pretty much we determined that the city needs to contribute an additional $500,000 to the plan in order to make it whole. I don't know.
Ditto?
I'm good.
Is that what you were
Ditto.
going to say?
Ditto, Eric Johnson, Hialeah Firefighters, Local 1102. Explanation of the increase. We are actually experiencing a lot of high claims, and I want to explain to you why. 2019, July to be exact, a law passed in the state of Florida where we cover occupational cancer. There are 21 cancers covered under this law, and firefighters are 60 to 70% more susceptible to occupational cancer than anybody else around in the country. Unfortunately, with our membership between active and retirees, we have seen that probably more so than any other department here in South Florida. If our stop loss is set at $300,000 and we've had 8 claims, that means it's $2.4 million that we've had to take out of our pockets to cover our own firefighters. It's simple as that. Our health trust covers that, but we have to meet our stop loss. We do provide a reduced liability to the city by taking on all of our retirees. And when you get old after being a firefighter in Hialeah, as you know, Mr. Zogby, we all have our injuries, our ailments, and everything else. So we do take on that liability. So in the end, this isn't just a request for $500,000. I want you to understand what we're doing is we are saving the cities and the taxpayers millions of dollars of liability by hosting our own trust. And that's why we're making this request. So we thank you in advance.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
If I may, through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Pedro, we don't have a number of how many employees earn 80,000 and or less to be able to kind of gauge that as the bonus discussion.
Unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have that information with me. I could probably request it and get it in a few, but that would be something we'd come back with.
I know that Councilman Rodriguez started off the conversation by having an open dialogue and a conversation on an option. I don't know if that's something that you're open to discussing today and passing it as, amended with the 80,000, if Pedro could work on that number with Ruth. I don't know if that's something you're interested in.
No. Yes, sir.
So we have 908 employees that are making 80,000 and less.
Let me write that down. How many?
908.
908. And that's across.
The entire city, including part-timers.
Okay. All right.
Councilwoman, sorry.
And right now we had, what was the total? 1.5?
The 1.5, approximately 1,492 employees when we did the the analysis.
Does, and I'm sorry, through the chair,
Yes, sir.
is this incentive also going to part-time?
This will go to every single City of Hialeah employer.
Every single city highly employee except,
The exception of contractors, I think elected officials and, but pretty much any full-time or part-timer.
does the 908 include any contractor, like? any
No.
W-9s?
No.
Any council?
No.
So that's a true number.
Mhm. Um, so it would be around $500,000 less cost savings if we target that group. I don't know if,
Roughly, yeah.
I don't know how the council feels about that, and Councilman. That's how you initiated the conversation, so I don't know. I'll
Yeah.
give you the lead on
No,
it.
I'm just thinking about what you said a little while ago too, as far as I mean, just the optics of itself, giving dollars back if we didn't give the rebate back too. To be honest with you, I'm just thinking about the comment you made also. I'm just be honest with you, what I'm thinking right now. Council?
You know, I think, look, for someone that's making, you know, six figures, you know, $1,000 is $1,000, right? I get that. But if we wanna dive into something like this, I think we want to focus on probably the most needy, right? I mean, and you know, I remember we also talked about how maybe some of us don't need a reduction or a 10% reduction in ad valorem, which is true, right? I mean, some of us don't need that. Well, maybe not everyone needs, you know, $1,000. You know, I think probably if there's an effort that we want to make, then maybe it should be to those folks with the most need. I don't, you know.
To be honest with you, this is just, I don't feel comfortable right now talking and voting for this right now. I feel comfortable that maybe within next year, I have another conversation about that, but I think the optics is horrible right now with this.
I think through the chair, I think if we start splitting hairs as far as who's entitled, sure, there are people making less money who you would think they could probably use it more, absolutely. But if we start splitting hairs, then that's not good with government employees are used to things being equal. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. They don't like, we're used to, if there's a rule instituted, it applies to everybody. It's not just to those that the boss doesn't like or the boss likes and things like that, just examples. But this is the same thing. If there's a benefit to be given out and you don't give it out to everybody, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's not something that's a standard practice in government work. You know, it's like, it even causes, it could cause some friction amongst the employees themselves.
Through the chair?
Yes, sir.
Council, do you think then would it just be wise to make the decision on the incentive with a full council and a new administration, right? And then maybe take up fire, you know, all the other items that we want to do on the amendment, and then take up the incentive with a full council? Is that something that? Trying to figure out how we cut this baby in half.
Gotcha, yeah.
Through the council president, if I may, just procedurally, because policy is province of the council. So the amendment would be, if that's what the will of the council is, to remove that particular, call it the incentive, that 5 votes. That would have to pass by 5 votes because
Okay,
it's a change.
understood.
And then then you would, if that was your will, pass the rest of it as amended, which again, because it's as amended, it would be 5 votes for the remainder.
Gotcha.
You know, okay?
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think, you know, me personally, I thought that the $1,000 incentive is something great for our employees. I mean, there's people, I've been saying this for the last 4 months, right? There's people in need. I think unfortunately, the position we're in up here is I kind of wish this would have been brought to us before, right? It was announced to everybody because unfortunately, I guarantee you there's people who are counting on that money right now. I don't, ideally, I would not want to kill it, right? Is there the opportunity of us tabling it, again, until we have everybody up here, until we have the new administration? Because I feel like right now it's not going to pass no matter what. I mean, you know, is it something I don't want to kill it for the employees, because I do think so. You know, maybe we can have a conversation where it's not the $1,000. Like, what if it's $750 or something, right?
If I may, through the chair.
Yes.
If we vote on it right
Yeah.
now, just for clarity, if we vote on it as is right now, how many votes does it need to pass as is without amending it? How many
Well,
votes?
you just, it's funny, but it's the way the charter is. It's a resolution. So you just need, if it's the way the mayor presents it, you just need a majority vote. You know, that's all you need, because it's the way it's
So in
presented.
specific, what's a majority? So it would
The
be
majority
three.
of the members present. That's correct. It would be three. Because that's how many of you are here today. You have 5 here today, and the majority of that is 3. So, you know, that's just the way our charter is. It's, you know, a resolution is unlike our charter, and says you need 4 votes for any ordinance. But for a resolution, it says the majority of the members present. But if you change something in a budget, it falls under that special charter rule about changing the budget, which is 5.
So since it's lumped together, we can't change it, because if we change it, then it would need 5. But
Correct.
if we pass it as is,
If you
we need
pass it-
3.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
That's correct. Council member.
all right. So motion. Motion to approve as is. Let's see how it.
That with the
Is that-
bonus?
Yeah, I mean, because if we, there's not an alternative. We can't, we don't have a number to, we don't have, we don't.
Again, if you wanted to, so you've talked about, again, and briefly, you've talked about removing that item. So that's because it's an amendment, that's 5 votes. If you wanted to change the item, just say theoretically, we want to make it 500. That's, again, you could do that, but that's an amendment. So that's 5 votes. The way you pass it as is, you know, because the way our charter is, it's where you have the lower number. Am I clear?
Does it,
So,
does anyone want to amend it for right now?
yes, yes.
So
yes.
let's amend it to the 80,000 employees, 80,000 salary employees, like it was in 2024? Is that the discussion that we want?
Your amendment is
no.
for employees who are making
80,000,
80,000
the
or,
way it was in 2024?
yes, I understand.
So, okay, I was
Is
thinking.
there another option?
Okay, I was thinking removing the whole item itself as far as the incentive and passing the majority in order to incentivize our first responders, removing the item itself. It's not the item, the actual incentive, voting on
The insurance?
the insurance and removing it all, then we can have a
The
discussion
bonus.
about the other,
Removing
correct,
the
removing the
bonus.
bonus.
But then we can't vote for that other item separately because it's all under item T.
Through the
We
chair.
can't vote-
Yes, yeah, well, which is what I'm uncomfortable with this right now.
I just want to clarify. So this budget amendment consists of 3 components. Unencumbered carry forwards, which is basically budget allocations from last year that is not we haven't opened a PO yet, that we want to roll over into the new year. So projects that haven't been finished. Encumbered rollovers. So these items have gone to council. These are basically purchase orders of ongoing projects or goods or services that haven't been delivered or services have been rendered. So these are critical because departments are counting on these funds to carry out these projects and expenditures. And then the third component, and this is lumped in there and we could make the adjustment depending on pleasure to council, is just like a amendment besides carry forward. So basically police grants, the 500,000 for the fire trust. So whatever we do, I would just recommend we definitely
So
include,
the easiest thing for me is to remove the
Yes.
employee bonus and then we leave it alone,
which is 1.5 million.
which is 1.5 million. That's what I'm having a problem with. Everything else, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Well, let's just run the way that I motion first and then we'll amend it if we need to. So a motion to approve the item as is.
So through the chair,
Without
Yeah.
amending.
hold on a second. So if I may, through the chair.
Yes.
So, you know, we have to make an amendment, right, to remove that. And so we would need five, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I think obviously it looks like probably we won't get to five, right?
Okay.
So what would be the alternative, because I'm with you. I think the blanket, incentive, it's a little excessive, right, at this moment. So I don't know, is there an alternative? Instead of having her run through that motion, is there an alternative to maybe a reduction in that incentive program?
Okay. Can we have a conversation about hourly employees? Anybody making a certain amount of money, council? As far as, hourly, anybody making under $50,000 that really needs a $1,000 bonus? I mean, that's what I'm thinking, if we were gonna talk about it.
I'm open to the discussion. I threw out 80,000 because that's what was done in 2024, just to mirror that.
Because for us, the motion, if it takes 3 votes, it will pass, right? What you just said?
Again.
The way, yeah, but.
Any change, whether it's 80, 50, 75 is 5 because it's a change.
And as it
So-
is, it's 3 votes. The
As
majority.
it is, it's 3 votes. Yes, sir. That's what our charter provides.
Through the chair.
Yes.
We need to, the $500,000 for the fire department and the 600,000 and change, which is moving around some grants money for the police. We responsibly should approve that today. Right?
Yeah.
Because that needs to be factored into the budget. We could table the bonus, the incentive, not bonus, incentive. We could table that part. But we should, because it's only one hearing, so we should approve the fire and police expenditure today.
So for us,
Because like I said, the other one would be splitting hairs. It's like, again, who's more deserving, who's.
Through the chair, that's what I'm saying. If there's a way, Councilman, that we could just pull that incentive out and then
Yes,
table it,
we would
right,
five
for
votes.
a full
Not
council.
5. We need 3 votes for that?
No, to pull it out, amending it, so.
we need 5 votes.
I think that the logic is, and that's an excellent question, but to me, the logic, charter doesn't speak to that specifically, but if you're going to end up with something that would require 5 votes, I think to remove it, you're going to need 5 votes. I don't see any other, to me, that's irrational.
So can we have a motion to remove it, to table it?
No, I motioned to have it read as is. That was my motion, or to amend it with a certain amount, because I think this is an incentive that every employee received an email saying they were getting this for the holidays. It's out there. They already know that. Now for us to say, no, you're not gonna get that,
It's not our fault.
but people now are depending on it.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm sure people made certain purchases for the holidays because they thought they were getting this at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So therefore, I don't want us to leave here today without that. And I understand what Councilman Zogby says. He's 100% correct with government and people wanting the fair treatment. I see that every day, and I concur with his thoughts. I think he's right. However, I think what was done in 2024 was already done with that same formula, and it's something that an incentive or a bonus, however we want to dress it up or whatever name we want to give it, was already done that way in 2024. So that's why I said, let's just mirror that same incentive that they already saw last year. Something that they already, that pill was already swallowed last year, whether they liked it or not, that was how it was written. And I don't know, I feel that I would either motion the way it is or motion with the 3 items, but with that item then amended to a specific number, done, sealed, delivered today, because people are expecting that. That's how I feel comfortable moving forward. I wouldn't want to exclude it.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Pedro, how long would it take you to get us like a census number of everyone at the $50,000 mark and cost?
At the 80, we just.
I know the 80,
that
900,000 at the
50,
80.
I can.
But the 50. What's not that long, like 20 minutes? Okay, so can we,
8,000
can,
times 1,000 is.
no, I'm talking about
980.
how many people are at the $50,000 mark?
Oh, at the 50,000.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then if the council's okay, maybe we can move forward. We'll table this item and then we can come back to the
Or
item.
did you want to include part-time or just full-time?
Everybody.
Leave it 80,000 just full-time
So it's $50,000 or less? Is that the question?
or 80,000 or less full-time.
That's $1 million though. That's still $1 million, what it'll cost us.
Yeah.
Run for 50,000.
Ruth, 50,000? Thank you.
Part-time
Okay,
and full-time.
The
both.
next item?
And exclude part-time.
Exclude part-time?
I think she could hear me in the hall.
I'll call.
Give me a thumbs up.
Full-time,
I'll call her.
under 50, not part-time. Did she give it?
I don't know.
Right. If it's a will of the council, just continue it until you have those numbers. There's no objection, just do that and move on to your,
Next item.
you'll have to,
Gotcha.
return to it.
Administrative item 11A, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance amending chapter 98 entitled zoning, article 5, zoning district regulations, division 26, transit oriented development district, and in particular amending section 98-1561 entitled factory town entertainment sub-district pilot program of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Hialeah, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Okay. Item for second reading. Any comments or questions from the council?
Open for public.
Open for public opinion or comments? Can I have a motion?
Motion,
Can I have a second?
Second.
Take roll, please.
Mr. Zogby,
yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please.
Item 11B, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance amending chapter 98 entitled zoning, article 6, supplementary district regulations, division 11, landscaping of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Hialeah, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Items open for second reading, open for public comments or question.
And if I can refresh your recollection just briefly, I don't know if you want to hear from the planning and zoning director, but this is one of these county mandate ordinances that if you recall from our earlier discussion, Claudia? If you recall from our earlier discussion, if it's not passed by the cities within this county this year, the county has stated that they would then come in and through Durham and so forth and enforce these regulations. So the reason that this is before you and really, I would urge you to consider its passage just so the city can retain local control over these regulations. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Motion,
Can I have a second? Roll, please.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor.
Yes.
Mr. Zogby.
yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please.
Unfinished business.
Next item.
New business. Report of Scrivener's error pursuant to section 30-31 agenda of the city council meetings of the City of Hialeah Code. The city clerk shall correct Scrivener's errors that are discovered in ordinances, resolutions, council minutes, and staff reports, and promptly report all corrections to the city council. The following resolutions are hereby amended to reflect the correct final decision numbers as assigned by the Planning and Zoning Division. Resolution number 2025-039 approves final decision number 2024-09. Resolution number 2025-089 approves final decision number 2025-01. Resolution number 2025-0090 approves final decision number 2025-02. Resolution number 2025-103 approves final decision number 2025-03. Resolution number 2025-119 approves final decision number 2025-04. Resolution number 2025-149 approves final decision number 2025-05. Resolution number 2025-197 approves final decision number 2025-06. Resolution number 2025-264 approves final decision number 2025-07. Resolution number 2025-297 approves final decision number 2025-11.
And Mr. President,
Yes, please.
these, just so you know, these are, as I understand it, these are just numerical errors or just errors in the numbering. That's all it is.
Correct.
Okay. So all you had to do was read it into the.
Yes.
All right, next item, please.
Report of Scrivener's error, consent item LLL, approved by the City Council on October 14, 2025, was approved with the incorrect vendor name. The item was approved with the vendor name of Tesco South Incorporated, doing business as Hector Turf Incorporated. The item is amended to reflect the correct vendor name of Wesco Turf Incorporated, doing business as Hector Turf.
Okay. Thank you. The next item, zoning.
Will all those persons who will be testifying on an item please stand and raise your right hand?
Las personas que quisieran prestar sus opiniones delante de esta junta, por favor, póngase de
No.
pie y alcen la mano derecha.
Louis,
Sure.
do they have the number?
I'm sorry, I was.
Tell me what Pedro. That's okay. Acknowledge Pedro.
Pedro-
Apologies. I don't, because Ruth is coming with the number. I don't know if this has to wait for the zoning items.
No, of course not.
If
We're
we
just
could
going
go
through the
back to
motion.
it?
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
going through the
Thank
motion.
you.
Thank you.
Do you swear or affirm that the evidence you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? If so, say I do.
¿Usted jura o afirma que el testimonio que va a dar será la verdad, toda la verdad y únicamente la verdad, y que Dios sea su testigo? Por favor, diga que sí, si la respuesta es afirmativa.
Let the record reflect that all have responded in the affirmative.
En el archivo público constará que todos han respondido afirmativamente.
Item 15A, proposed resolution approving the final decision of the Planning and Zoning Board, decision number 2025-08, allowing a rear setback of 17 feet where 20 feet are required, and to allow an interior east side setback of 5.34 feet where 6 feet are required for a proposed addition. Property located at 90 West 64th Street, Hialeah zoned R1, one family district, and providing for an effective date.
Where are we?
Final decision.
Final decision?
I just read it.
Okay, right, next item, please.
No, we.
No,
they
no,
vote.
not yet. We haven't voted on it.
Okay, can I have a motion, please?
Yeah, I motion on
Motion. Can I
that.
have a
Yeah.
second, please?
Mhm.
Take roll.
Easy money today, Claudia.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved. Land use amendments, item A, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance amending the future land use map from residential office to medium density residential property located at 258 East 49th Street, Hialeah zoned RO residential office district and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Second reading, right?
Yes.
Items open for second reading, public hearing. Any comments or questions from the public?
Motion otherwise.
Got a motion? Can I have a second?
Second.
Take roll.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor?
Yes.
Mr. Zogby?
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please.
Second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance amending the future land use map from residential office to medium density residential property located at 267 East 49th Street, Hialeah zoned RO residential office district and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, items over for second reading. Any comments or any comments from the public? B.
Yeah, that's B. That's A.
No, in B.
16B.
Oh. Wait, I thought we just did. Is that Bill Riley again? That's you again. You walked away.
The Miami Commission races.
Okay.
Do you have any comments, sir?
Motion.
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Please take roll.
Mr. Tundidor?
Yes.
Mr. Zogby?
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
I think I have a question for Mr. Lasarte. Okay, yes. No, he didn't swear in, that's why.
Read him his rights.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please. Ms. Rubenstein? Not yet. All right, next item.
Second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance rezoning property from R1, one family district to R33, multiple family district, granting a variance permit to allow 20 units, 100% with a total area of less than 700 square feet, where 700 square feet is the minimum required, and only 25% of residential units may have a minimum area of 500 square feet. Allow an interior south side setback of 0 feet, where 15 feet are required. Allow a rear setback of 0 feet where 15 feet are required. Allow 2 parking spaces fronting East 46th Street to back into the right-of-way where the backout parking is only allowed in low-density residential properties, and allow 22 pervious area where 30% pervious area is a minimum required for the construction of a mixed-use 4-story development consisting of 20 residential units and approximately 5,818 square feet of commercial space, including a daycare facility with a maximum capacity of 112 children and 9 employees, all in contrast to the Hialeah Code of Ordinance Sections 98-1630.2, 98-1630.3 subsection E2, 9-3 subsection A3, and Section E of the Hialeah Landscape Manual updated July 2025, entitled Tree and Lawn Requirements by Zoning Classification, property located at 4595 East 4 Avenue within an area of 2 of the Neighborhood Business District Overlay, Hialeah zoned R1, one family district, and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Items open for second reading and open for public comments. Questions? Pleasure. Comments or questions from the council?
Motion.
Can I have a second? Take roll, please.
Mr. Zogby?
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Perez? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Tunidor?
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Item B, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance granting a variance permit to allow the construction of a single-family home on a substandard lot having a total area of approximately 5,440.8 square feet, where 7,500 square feet is a minimum required. Allow a lot width of 40 feet, where 75 feet is a minimum required, and to allow a front setback of 20.17 feet, where 30 feet are required, all in contrast to the Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-499 and Section 98-348, subsection A. Property located at 759 East 32nd Street, Hialeah, zoned R1, one family district, and legally described herein. Repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Items also for second reading and open for public comments. If none, pleasure of the board.
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Take roll.
Ms. De La Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Tunidor?
Yes.
Mr. Zogby?
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please.
Item C, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance granting a variance permit to allow the construction of a single-family home on a substandard lot having a total area of approximately 5,440.8 square feet, where 7,500 square feet is the minimum required. Allow a lot width of 40 feet, where 75 feet is the minimum required, and to allow a front setback of 20.17 feet, where 30 feet are required, on contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance Sections 98-499 and 98-348, subsection A. Property located at 765 East 32nd Street, Hialeah, zoned R1, one family district, and legally described herein. Repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Items also open for second reading for the public. Any comments or question? Pleasure of the board.
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Please take roll.
Mr. Zogby?
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the newly grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Next item, please.
Item D, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance amending City of Hialeah Ordinance 2023-124 to allow a five-story multi-facility deployment with a 52 residential units, superseding the previously approved eight-story multifamily development with 48 residential units, repealing variances, approving 17% of the units with an area of 692 square feet, where 850 square feet is a minimum area required, and only 10% of the units may have an area of 600 square feet, and waived the building mass and building frontage development standards, granting a variance permit to allow 48 multiple family units with an area less than 700 square feet, where 700 square feet is a minimum required, and only 25% of the residential units may have a minimum area of 500 square feet, allow 20% pervious area where 30% is a minimum required, and to allow the mitigation of 6 parking spaces as per section 98-1579 subsection 7, all in contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance section 98-1630.2 and section E of the Hialeah Landscape Manual updated July 2025 entitled Tree and Lawn Requirements by Zoning Classification. Property located at 1116 Palm Avenue, Hialeah Zone C2 Liberal Retail Commercial District within the Neighborhood Business District and legally described herein. Repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, items also second reading, open for public comments. If none, pleasure of the board.
Motion.
Can I have a second?
If I may,
I think he was going
Yes,
to say
sir.
something.
Cesar Mastro,
He has a presentation.
Sorry, Caesar.
I want to make it for your last day, you know, it's the least I can do. Cesar Mestre, office at 8105 Northwest 155th Street, Miami Lakes, Florida. Just wanted to bring your attention, and I already spoke to the zoning director. There seems to be a Scrivener's error on line 8 where it says allow 22% pervious area. It's supposed to be 12%. And I know that the signs were correct and the notices were correct, and it was correct for P and Z.
That's just to confirm that it was legally described as 12%.
That changed everything.
The correct, I just want to, just the correct is 12%, not 22.
Correct.
Okay, okay.
Got it. Got it. Perfect.
It's
All
like
right.
scary movie music.
You guys hear that background music or no?
Yeah. It's there.
It started when Zogby started speaking.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
All right, I motion.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I got a
Oh,
motion
yeah.
for myself.
Second. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Yeah, 1 second. Hold on.
Just for the record, the 22% to the 12% is actually less, correct? Or am I
Less
mistaken?
pervious area.
Right, it's less pervious area.
More flooding.
The project is providing less than what it was, that is required.
Right. That's what I'm trying to establish. So
For him,
that, because you can always go down, not up. This is lesser. Yes, am I understanding it? No,
No, no.
it's,
no.
It's more.
They're providing, exactly, it's more. To your point, it's more.
More is better here because we're talking about runoff pervious area
22% pervious area is more,
More.
it's
is more, but
12% is more intensive than 22%.
22. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. That's what I meant by my question. So, in other words, there's more, it's more beneficial. It's more beneficial. No, it is less beneficial.
Pervious area, you
So,
want
okay.
more,
Bit.
the goal is to have more pervious area. So 22 pervious area is more beneficial to the city.
Thank you for
Correct.
clarifying. Run through again how it was advertised because
It was advertised as 12%, so it was advertised as more intensive than the 22%. So the advertisements were correct.
Advertisements were correct.
Posting was at 12%.
Correct.
And legal notices and the letters, they were.
Okay, the newspaper was correct, the posting was correct.
Correct.
And the planning and zoning board presentation was correct.
12%.
The only discrepancy was in the legislation here tonight?
Yes.
Okay, and you've corrected it on the record? Okay, under the circumstances, that's not material.
All right.
So we had a motion by Councilmember Tundidor and a second by Zogby.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's when I thought it was
Yeah,
22% pervious area.
Thank you for the.
Yeah, that is the case.
All right, so,
Mi-
okay, take roll, please.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please.
Thank you, Caesar.
Item E, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance rezoning property from R1 One Family District to C2 Liberal Retail Commercial District to P Parking District, property located at 612 East 27th Street and folio 04310800122700, Hialeah zoned R1 One Family District and C2 Liberal Retail Commercial District, and legally described herein. Repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, providing for an effective date.
Item is second reading, open for public comments or question. If not.
Motion.
Council.
Second.
Roll.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
On behalf of Hialeah Hospital, thank you.
Next item, please.
Item F, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance rezoning property from RO Residential Office District to R33 Multiple Family District, granting a special use permit to allow the expansion of the Neighborhood Business District overlay in relation to the proposed multifamily development, including 6 residential units pursuant to Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-161, granting a variance permit to allow residential use only where mixed use is required, to allow a front setback of 6.5 feet where 10 feet built to line are required, and for the balconies fronting East 49th Street to allow 10.57% pervious area where 30% is the minimum required, and to allow a partial waiver of the minimum landscape requirements to the landscape mitigation as per section 98-2235 and allow 9 parking spaces where 10 parking spaces are required. All in contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance sections 98-1628, 98-1630.3 subsection E1, 98-2235, 98-2189 subsection 16A, and section E of the Hialeah Landscape Manual updated July 2025 entitled Tree and Lawn Requirements by Zoning Classification. Property located at 258 East 49th Street, Hialeah zoned RO Residential Office District, and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Items second reading, open for public comments or question. None. Pleasure of the board.
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez. Motion carries. The item is approved.
Next item, please.
Item G, second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance rezoning property from RO Residential Office District to R33 Multiple Family District, granting a special use permit to allow the expansion of the Neighborhood Business District overlay in relation to the proposed multifamily development, including 10 residential units pursuant to the Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-161, including 10 residential units, granting a variance permit to allow a residential use only where mixed use is required. Allow 4 multi-family units with an area less than 700 square feet, where 700 square feet is a minimum required. Allow 25% of the residential units may have square feet is I'm sorry, my contacts flipped. I'm so sorry.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
All right, tell me, tell me what item that,
G.
okay. Okay. At the 25%?
Felix Helper.
Right here, okay. With an area less than 700 square feet, where 700 square feet is the minimum required, and only 25% of residential units may have a minimum area of 500 square feet, allow a front setback of 6.5 feet where 10 feet are required. And build to line are required for the balconies fronting East 49th Street, allow 10.56 pervious area, where 30% is the minimum require, allow a partial waiver of minimum landscape requirements through landscape mitigation as per section 98-2235, and allow 12 parking spaces where 15 parking spaces are required, all in contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinances 98-1628, 98-1630.2, 98.630.3, subsections E1, 98.289, 16A, and Section E of the Hialeah Landscape Manual updated July 2025 entitled Tree and Lawn Requirements by Zoning Classification, property located at 267 East 49th Street, Hialeah, zoned residential office district and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing for penalties in violation thereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Items for second reading and open for public comments. Question? If not, pleasure of the board.
Motion.
I have a second.
Second.
I see.
Mr. Dundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
I just want to say thank you very much. Merry Christmas to all, everybody on the commission, and congratulations, Madam Mayor, on your tenure. Thank you all very
Thanks,
much.
Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Good to see you not on wearing that sling.
Well, I'm trying to take better care of myself. so.
Watch them bar stools.
Ruth, please.
Okay, now you're going to announce it. You're going to take this back out of sequence and announce the item again, please.
We're taking out of sequence and we're going back to item T, right? A contested agenda. Did I say it correctly?
We're back on consent item T, proposed resolution authorizing the first operating budget amendment for fiscal year 2026, a supplemental appropriation to amend the general fund, enterprise funds, special revenue funds, and capital project funds budget for fiscal year 2026 in an amount as specified in the attached exhibit A and providing for an effective date.
So the request by the council was for employees that were making 50 or less. So out of 459 employees that are making 50 or less, 181 employees are full-time. So we have 181 full-time employees.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
that was
Was that your question, Monica?
81. 459.
I'm waiting for Monica. I'm sorry. Monica, you good with that? So you have,
Yeah, I mean, the bulk of the people there are part-time employees, 278 of them, right? And only 181 are full-time, so, I don't know if that's the route I mean, how you initiated the conversation, Tal.
yeah,
To talk about, options, I don't know if you want to stick to this universe or if you prefer to say, okay, let's stick to that 900 employee that's 80,000 or less, and then maybe give them $750 instead of $1,000.
so I'm
I don't know how you feel comfortable.
Got it. So I'm comfortable as we are right now with 181 full-time, less than $50,000,
Four fifty-nine,
459, less than 100.
459.
Through the chair.
Yes.
Ruth, any chance you know out of the 908, how many are full-time, how many are part-time? No. Okay. You do?
Out of so there's 908 employees making less than 80,000, both full-time and part-time. 665 of them are full-time.
665, right?
Yeah.
Another thing that we can do if, whether we decide on the 80,000 or less or the 50,000 or less is because part-time can be somebody who works 5 hours, right?
Correct.
Versus somebody who's full-time that would work the 40 hours. So something we can also talk about is if we wanted to do 750, right, for the full-time employees and maybe something less for the part-time, right, or something half. I know some companies do it like that too. That's something we can do as well. So
If-
full-time gets the full amount and
I mean,
part-time gets the
it's only like $100,000 difference. It's 908 employees times $750 each would give us 681,000. I don't know. And that is a bigger universe. Goes back to that group that we had that was awarded that money in 24. I don't know if
I mean,
it mirrors
the only-
that same group.
we have a couple options, Copperton will be if we all vote against it, or if you have a motion for the current, which is gonna take 3 votes to pass it, correct? So you have,
I'm sorry, can you repeat
you
what you
have, you
first
have a
said?
motion right now in the table right now in order to do as is, right? The motion.
I had motions.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
okay.
I had motions and then we asked for to give us an option.
Okay.
Just in case if we want to drop that motion and agree on something else.
Yeah.
That everybody feels comfortable with.
Okay.
I don't know if you, like I said, to mirror what was done in 24 was 80,000 or less. Salary earned employees, there's 908 of those employees.
Total.
Times $750 each instead of the 1,000 gives us that 681, which is a reasonable number that we're landing on with the other universe was, let me see.
Okay.
So
Counsel?
when you move it, as amended, you want to get your second, right? A second,
You're
and
gonna
then
have-
you're gonna have the votes as already discussed, very.
We're gonna have 5, it's gonna take 5 votes in order to do it. Okay, let's go through the motion. I'm good with that one.
Which motion? What?
Which actually, I was more comfortable with 181,000 with 469 employees full-time. Is
Okay,
that,
so I think to the chair, if I may, I think just looking at the at the dynamics here, I think the majority probably feel more inclined to focus on like the most needy, and then amend it in that manner, right, moving forward. So Councilwoman, I mean, what do you?
I brought up that number. No one has said if they liked it or not. I don't know. The 80,000 salary earned employees getting a 750 instead of 1,000. How do we feel about that? Do you want me to motion with that amendment?
Council?
Or because it's only like $150,000 difference.
Right.
If
It's more-
the other way, it's 459, where 300 of those are part-time. I don't know if we want to help the regular employee that's not police, that's not fire, that doesn't get these benefits, part of their contracts that are,
Through the-
clinical office kind of employees.
Sorry, what does the 80,000 look like without part-time?
Without part-timers, that's 498,000 plus FICA.
Say it again. What was the question?
So 665, I'm sorry, times 750, you said?
No. How many people fall under the 80,000 or less, full-time only?
665.
Okay, and then the 665 times 750.
498,000.
So 480,000. So how does that compare to the 50,000 or less, everyone.
So the 50,000 or less, so full-time and part-time is 459 employees at 750, same number?
Mhm.
That would be $344,000 plus FICA taxes.
And that's for the 50,000 and less.
50, correct.
All right. And then for the 80 it was what? It was just full-time.
It was basically 500,000 plus FICA, yeah. And that's 665 full-time employees making 80K or less.
498.
Yeah,
That's at 750.
750.
Yeah, so it's not that big of a. It's $39,000 difference
Touching
between one or the
655
other.
employees. We obviously want to come to a consensus
So-
here, right?
Again, I still think, I'm being honest, we think at the optics, I mean, it's the wrong time to do it right now. To be honest with you, I'm uncomfortable with it. I think it's just, Monica, you have a point, the employees knew they're expecting it. So that's why I said, okay, let's do $50,000 or less. Full-time wasn't gonna be a big number, at least we give them the most needed. But those numbers already, we're getting close to the blanket approach already, you know?
So then 50,000 or less, what's the,
50,000 or less,
Expensive?
yeah, $1,000 will be fine, full-time team members.
That's 181,000 plus.
Correct. 181,000. So those will be the most needed for the.
when you do the math, it's not really that big of a difference. The other way, it's $39,000 difference. And you're helping more employees. It's not-
$39,000 adding the part-time?
Yeah. I don't see, like,
Okay.
the math
Motion.
isn't mathing. You could help more people and
So it'll be a total of
How
what,
big-
200 and something thousand?
So for clarification, you're saying the making less than 50,000 or less,
Mhm.
both part-time and full-time, at how much, 1,000 or 750?
Can we do 1,000 and?
That's
and-
459,000 then. So it's only a little less than 3 times the amount.
but the other one was 908. From there, they took out the part-time, so it was 665
Yeah,
at 750.
yeah, that's the 500,000, the 498.
Hmm. It's a few $1,000 difference. I mean, it's not that big of a,
So $50,000 across the board, right? From full-time and part-time. It'll give us what total?
50,000 full-time and part-time at how much, 1,000?
Mhm.
That's 459,000 plus
And then
FICA.
at 750 is the number you were saying, Monica?
That's 750. That is $344,000 plus FICA taxes. So roughly, close to 400,000.
you got a smaller amount,
Mhm.
but you got a bigger
Understood.
universe.
Okay. And this will take a majority of, this will take 5 votes, right?
This would take 5 votes because you're
Correct.
changing the
Correct.
amendment.
Because if
Okay.
you're good with the 50,000, I mean, here you're still helping that universe, but
I'm fine with the motion. Which,
Yeah.
so she's gonna,
For
Wait, so what-
through the chair, for
Yeah.
clarification, and the rest of the amendment as is, correct?
correct.
Okay.
I'd like, because there's been a lot of discussion, the exact motion, please repeat it into the record.
Yeah.
Second, I'd like it read into the record exactly. And a second, and then a vote on that by the required number of votes.
so 908 full employees, right? That are making $80,000 in salary a year or less at $750 incentive.
And that'll give me what amount?
That's
So
what, yeah,
back to, so 908 then, okay. 908 is the full part-time and full-time making 80 or less at how much? 750?
at 750.
That is 681,000 plus FICA, so that is around 733,000.
Okay, and then
That was more.
And then the 50, and what
And
I'm
then the-
saying is the employees making $50,000 or less will give me,
Time.
at 750 will give me what total?
344.
344
Okay.
plus FICA taxes. Let me give you the exact amount.
That's fine.
That's
That's fine.
371,000.
Okay, that's what I'm comfortable with to the council.
So how, then you're gonna do 459 at 1,000. 459 employees that are making $50,000 or less
Correct.
times 1,000 is 459. And what was the other?
You said
difference?
750.
No, I said 750.
So you went lower on the
I went-
salary and lower on the bonus.
I went so lower, no, 50,000, 750, and a broader, we went to part-time under 50,000.
No, because the universe got smaller.
That's 459 is total number of employees, regardless of part-time or full-time, making less than
The other one was
50,000.
908.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
comfortable.
what I'm
nine-
saying. The universe, you could go a higher universe,
No.
but less money.
Yeah, so the most needed is 50,000, in my opinion. So we have an employee making $50,000 or less.
Okay.
Okay, and how many employees do we have making $50,000 or less?
Approximately
459.
459,
Okay, and out of those 459, how many are full-time? 181.
181.
Okay, so out of those 181, I said, let's give 100, let's approve that. But we have conversation, you said, let's go broader. And I said, okay, let's give 750 so we can cover the part-time. And then we went up to 200, 300 and something $1,000, correct?
Yeah, that's what I understood.
In my
from what
understanding.
you said.
We need 5 votes. So all of us have to be on the same.
Yeah, no, we don't know if it's gonna
Not-
pass or not right now either. I mean, I'm comfortable under 50,000, full-time, 181,000, which is not much for the city, and it's the employees that need it the most.
So again, when a motion is made and there is a second, I just want it,
No, there's no motion.
right, but when one is made, just to make it very clear that whether it's full and part-time and, the amount and the, right.
So
Yes, ma'am.
Hi,
Hi.
Ismari Monreal, Chief Operating Officer. So I'd like to give you some food for thought. Our full-time employees are the ones that are fully dedicated to the city. And some of those are really struggling. I love our part-timers, but oftentimes they're high school students that work with us for a few hours a week. So if you really want to help employees, please, I urge you to concentrate on the full-time employees that make the least amount of money, but are fully committed to servicing the residents of the city.
that's why I said 665 are full-time employees that are making $80,000 or less. That you took out the part-timers. Cause the total's 908.
Mhm.
When you take off the part-timers, it was 665. You could multiply that by the 1,000
750.
or the 750.
What is that, Pedro?
Well, if it's 1,000, it's 665,000. If it's 750, I believe the number is 498. Yeah.
It was 498. That's why I said it's not that big of a difference with the $1,000 for the 459 part-timers. That was 459. It was a $39,000 difference.
Right, but at the 750 for both part-time and full-time for 50K was 344. Right?
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah, I have it
no.
right here. Yeah.
It was only the full-time.
The 344 is the making less than 50K, both full-time and
Both full-time
part-time
and part-time.
at 750.
At 750, yeah. So then the 665 at 750 for the 80K or more or less is 498, almost half a million.
The number that we're okay with, right, when we accumulate all these numbers, are we trying to be under like 600,000? Louis, is that?
Actually, no, I'm just, right now, in incentives, I'm trying to see the full-time who needs it the most.
Full-timers and part-timers, so.
No, full-time.
But what's the
Okay.
goal? What's your goal?
I mean,
for
I
the expenditure?
feel comfortable, what I just said, anybody under $50,000, under
the-
$50,000.
The final expenditure for the city, because we were at 1.5 million. What's like the final that you feel comfortable, like under 500,000?
So no, actually, I don't feel comfortable right now with anything right now. I think, I mean, having a conversation with the most needed right now. So having a conversation, anybody under $50,000, we can give them an incentive, which is what I'm under $80,000 is the decent salary.
So the 459.
What we should go is next year, we're gonna negotiate and give them better salaries at one time. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, but, through the chair,
Yes,
but I totally agree that part-timers should not be included with that. They don't have the same needs
Right.
that the full-timers have. Full-timers are most of the time adults, and they're struggling with that very low salary. Not the part-timers.
So we,
Some
are we
part-timers,
okay with,
and some part-timers have two part-time jobs.
Through the chair,
Yeah.
I would like to just recommend something or put something on the table. We're talking about 459 employees that make less than 50,000. Okay, right? 459.
Correct.
181 of them are full-time. So if we give 181 of them $1,000, we're at 181, right? And there's 278. Although I do agree, some of them are high schoolers, they work a couple hours, but I do think that there is some of them who are struggling, and I would like to kind of extend it to everybody. So my proposal is, can we do 1,000 for full-time and 350? I know it's not a lot, but to a part-timer, it may be something. And 350 times 278 employees is $97,000. So total, we would be $278,000 to cover some sort of bonus for everybody who makes under 50,000. So everybody goes home with something. Part-time and full-time. Part-time gets a significant lesser amount, right? 350, but the full-times will get the full $1,000. It comes out to 278.
Yes, and for the record, with FICA taxes, it's pretty much exactly 300,000, like right under it. I say because we have to appropriate all the funds.
Council? I'm good with it. I'm good with that. Good idea.
So I'll put in a motion to amend.
Would be a motion to amend the incentive pay for those employees making $50,000 and under. If they're full-time, $1,000, and if they're part-time, as I understood you, $350.
Correct.
Did you say 250 or 350?
I believe I
The
heard you
math-
say 350.
The math is for
350,
350.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we have a motion for that?
Motion.
Second.
Can we take roll?
Bridget?
Yeah, she's right.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Dundidor.
Yes.
Mr. Zogby.
Yes.
Motion carries. Consent item T has passed as amended to reflect the incentive pay for employees making under $50,000, $1,000, and part-timers receiving 350.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
We're going back to zoning.
No, are we done? Zoning.
That's it?
Zoning.
We're done.
No, you're not done.
Should we defer the rest of the items, Caesar?
The next meeting?
No.
Second reading and public
Defer the
hearing of
rest.
item H. Second reading and public hearing of proposed ordinance granting a variance permit to allow a building height of 49 feet where 40 feet is the maximum height allowed. Allow a front setback of 4 feet where 20 feet are required. Allow 24 parking spaces where 29 parking spaces are required. And allow 1 loading parking space where 3 loading parking spaces are required. All in contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance, section 98-1074 subsection A, 98-1069 subsection A, 98-2189 subsection 22, 98-2202 subsection 1, property located at 4148 East 8th Avenue, 780 East 42nd Street, and 790 East 42nd Street, Hialeah Zone C2 Liberal Retail Commercial District, and legally described in as Exhibit A, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, items in second reading,
You don't want
open
to
for
know.
public
Thank
comments
you.
or question. And how you doing? If not, can we take a roll, please? Motion? Council, anyone?
Motion.
Got a motion first and a second. Take roll, please.
Miss- Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved.
Thank you. Thank you, Felix. You take care.
Merry
God
Christmas.
bless.
Next item, please.
Oh, here we go.
First reading of proposed ordinance granting a variance permit to allow 32 multifamily units with an area less than 700 square feet, where 700 square feet is a minimum required,
I see.
and only 25% of the residential units may have a minimum area of 500 square feet. Allow a front setback of 5 feet where 10 feet built to line are required. Allow an interior east side setback of 3.25 feet where 15 feet are required. Allow a rear setback of 0 feet where 15 feet are required. Allow a street side setback of 5 feet where 10 feet built to line are required. Allow the proposed dumpster enclosure to be 0 feet from the right-of-way fronting East 47th Street where 10 feet are required. Allow a 5-foot landscape buffer on East 4th Avenue and a 5.16-foot landscape buffer on East 47th Street where a minimum of 7-foot landscape buffer is required. Allow 8.6% pervious area where 30% is the minimum required, and allow a partial waiver of the minimum landscape requirements through the landscape mitigation as per section 98-2235 for the construction of a mixed-use 4-story development consisting of 38 residential units, including 6 residential units to be offered at an affordable rate of 60% of the area median income. In contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance, sections 98-1630.2, 98-19630.3 subsection E1, 98-1630.3 subsection E2, 78-108 subsection C1, and sections D and E of the Hialeah Landscape Manual updated July 2025. Properties located at 410 East 47th Street and 4655 East 4th Avenue, Hialeah, within Area 2 of the Neighborhood Business District Overlay. Hialeah zoned R33 Multiple Family District and legally described herein in Exhibit A. Repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
JT, I'm so sorry. It's taking-
Yeah, man. Whose phone is that? Is that his fourth phone?
We'll wait, Caesar.
I gotta go, guys.
Item is first reading.
Yes,
Any comments, presentation?
I was going to propose something because I know you have 7 items after this. I do have a full presentation, but I was thinking of giving you the short version today and we can
Please.
do the full presentation on
The
second
second
reading. Basically, this is 1 block away from a building that you just approved on second reading on East 4th and 4-6. This is East 4th and 4-7, catty corner to Hialeah High to the parking garage. I've been involved with this one for a couple of years. The owner wanted to come back with something a little higher, a little bigger, just as much as the other person wanted. We've come up with a building that's very similar to the one you just did, 4 stories. It's within the NBD. No parking variance. This one's a mixed use. There's just setback issues. And they went maximum density and they took advantage of the new ordinance where they asked for more density with an agreement to have half of the units that are additional to be affordable at 60% AMI. It's going to be a total of 6 units.
Oh, it's great.
So no parking variance, setback variances, very similar to the one you just did, catty corner to the parking garage of Hialeah Hospital.
Through the chair. And this was initially, this building was like 8 stories that you guys wanted, no? When I'm-
We
Yeah.
have worked with staff
Yeah.
and I've worked with my client and we were
That's great.
originally with the regular NBD.
Yeah.
We're looking at 8 stories,
Yeah.
7, 6. We wanted to see what was happening with the one block away.
Yeah.
And when we got the approval for the 4-story, then that's what we came back with.
That's
So we've
great.
been trying to
Yeah.
accommodate the wishes of the council.
Perfect. I motion.
Absolutely.
Second.
Ms. Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13th, 2026.
Thank you. Next item, please.
I never got sworn in. I was outside of the bathroom.
Oh, you weren't sworn in?
Nope.
Swear him in now.
You're the next
What an
item.
honest guy.
Yes.
Yeah, viste.
Do you swear or affirm that the evidence you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? If so, say I do.
Las personas que
No,
quisieran.
Gabby, you don't have to do it.
No. Can you give out the?
You're on J. Item 17. J. First reading of proposed ordinance rezoning property from R1, one family district to R2, 1 and 2 family residential district. Granting variance permit to allow a lot width of 40 feet where 75 feet are required. Allow a lot area of 4,000 square feet where 7,500 square feet are required. Allow a front setback of 21 feet where 25 feet are required. Allow an interior north and south side setback of 5.5 feet where 7.5 feet are required. Allow a rear setback of 20.5 feet where 25 feet are required. And allow a lot coverage of 31.9 where 30% is the maximum lot coverage allowed. All in contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Sections 98-348 subsection A, 98-545, 98-546, 98-547 subsection A, and 98-2056 subsection B2. Property located at 4442 East Van Court, Hialeah zoned R1, one family district, legally described herein. Repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, items open as first reading.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Manny Rose Architect with offices at 18501 Pines Boulevard, Suite 342, Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Gotcha.
I'm happy to be here representing my client and saying goodbye to my friend Jesus Tundidor.
Brother.
You've done a great job here. I've always admired what you've come up with and your ideas and your concepts. And as being an architect, and we do a lot of work here in Hialeah, we always try to do the best that we can. We always confer with the zoning director for every little corner.
What do you think about her?
She's
phenomenal,
doing a
right?
great job. Yes. She's doing a great job. I hope
Thank
I'm
you.
not messing up, but she's doing a great job.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, we have a beautiful duplex here in an area that we've done other duplexes or fourplex before. And we're not requesting any parking variances with some zoning setbacks and small lot coverage and small open space. And I think it would be an add-on, beautiful for the property. The streets were redone fantastically. I was talking to the director earlier in the evening. And all I have to say is that we're wanting to change this area to make it a lot better, a lot
Yeah.
more beautiful, and get away from all the efficiencies and blah, blah. And I look forward for your approval, as we usually do pretty decent work here as designers in the city. So I
Through the-
leave it up to you all.
Through the chair?
Yes, sir.
Just a quick question, Manny, entonces the dumpster enclosure?
No, there is no dumpster.
There's no dumpster
enclosure
enclosure.
required, but we do have the trash collection and where they put the bins hidden on the side with privacies that they will not be seen from the street, and access is to be pulled out.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much. Manny, I remember there was an item that you had a couple years ago here. I think the Zogby and I, te caímos ahí a piñazo and
Oh,
of-
you're
of
talking
this
about,
item.
yeah, the
And,
Leon, Mr. Benjamin.
Mr. Benjamin Leon, that was a great time and the experience, right?
Yes.
Pero what I want to say is that, man, you held yourself with
Yes.
such professionalism, right? And you continue to work hard and continue to try to impress this council, and that to me means a lot. So thank you for everything.
And on that specific project, the permit is pulled, I believe, so they're gonna start working on it. It's gonna be a beautiful two-story, low scale.
Yep. I remember.
26th
Yep.
Street, 585, so.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate your concern on that.
Absolutely. Thank you. I move to approve.
Motion, can I have a second, please?
Take roll, please.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13, 2026.
Merry
Next item,
Christmas
please.
to everybody, okay?
Thank you. God bless you.
And Jesus, I hope to see you back here somewhere doing something.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Appreciate you. All right.
Next item, please.
Item K, first reading of proposed ordinance amending City of Hialeah Ordinance Number 2024-072 to allow a street side setback of 0 feet where 10 feet fill to line are required. Allow 10.17 pervious area where 30% is a minimum required, and to allow partial waiver of the minimum landscape requirements through the landscape mitigation as per section 98-2235 for the construction of a mixed-use 8-story
At the Caesar over there?
development consisting of 21 residential units and approximately 1,781 square feet of commercial space, all in contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-1630.3 subsection E1 and Section E of the Hialeah Landscape Manual, updated July 2025, entitled Tree and Lawn Requirements by Zoning Classification. Property located at 805 Palm Avenue and 11 East 8th Street, Hialeah zoned CR Commercial Residential District within the Neighborhood Business District overlay and legally described herein. Repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Do you-
Want to say that I brought something for everybody to enjoy for Christmas in the back? It was delicious, so enjoy it. I apologize for it.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you, Manny.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Manny.
Yeah.
Caesar, you have a presentation?
Good evening, Caesar Magistrate Offices at 8105 Northwest 155th Street, Miami Lakes, Florida. This one's easy. I do have a presentation, but I can make it real simple. This is a building on the corner of Palm Avenue and 8th Street. 2 lots that you guys already approved last year. When they went to do the building permits and do the actual construction, we found out that there's FPL lines that are running overhead that can't be moved. Everybody thought they could be moved. So this is the exact same project. We're just moving it up 10 feet. And that's why the setback is now a different by 10 feet.
Okay.
We have a recommendation of approval from staff and from your P and Z board also.
Thank you. Can I have a
Motion.
second?
Second.
Roll.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13, 2026.
Next item, please.
Hey, Caesar over there.
Item 17L, first reading of proposed ordinance granting a variance permit to allow a lot coverage of 37.8% where 30% is the maximum lot coverage allowed, and to allow an interior west side setback of 9.45 feet where 10 feet are required for an existing addition to be legalized, all in contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-2056 subsection V2 and 98-590, property located at 40 West 15th Street, Hialeah zoned R3, multiple family district, and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
How you doing? Name and address, please.
Carlos Enriquez, 7480 Fairway Drive, Suite 205, Miami Lakes, Florida, 23014.
Yes, sir. Any comments or questions from the?
Yeah,
council?
the chair, just, Carlos, just at a high level, what are you trying to do here?
We're trying to legalize the building in general.
What's wrong with it?
The setbacks were not in compliance, and the Planning and Zoning Board recommended that we make the corrections and put a dumpster enclosure.
Okay, got it. All right, I motion to approve.
Motion?
Yes, sir.
Second.
Please take roll.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor.
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
De La Vega.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13, 2026.
Thank you. Next
Thank
item,
you.
please. Thank you, sir.
Item M, first reading of proposed ordinance rezoning properties located at 1780 East 4th Avenue and 375 East 17th Street from R2 1 and 2 Family Residential District to B1 Highly Restricted Retail District, granting a conditional use permit pursuant to the City of Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-181, subsection 2I, and to allow a K through 12 grade private school with a maximum capacity of 272 students in conjunction with a 14 children daycare, granting a variance permit to allow 51 parking spaces where 57 parking spaces are required, and allow the existing dumpster enclosure to be 1 foot from the right-of-way facing East 18th Street, where 10 feet is a minimum required, on contrast to Hialeah Code of Ordinances, Section 98-2189, subsection 8, and 78-108, subsection C1. Properties located at 375 East 17th Street, 1702 East 4th Avenue, 1780 East 4th Avenue, and 1750 East 4th Avenue. Hialeah zoned R2, 1 and 2 Family Residential District, and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Caesar.
Cesar Mestre Law Offices at 8105 Northwest 155th Street, Miami Lakes, Florida.
Gotcha.
This is the last step
Mhm.
of Lincoln Marti, the school that's on East 4 and 17th. It's 3 different properties. We've already changed, and you guys approved the land use for the house, the little house that's on 17th Street. We've already, now we're just coming in to get the CUP. They're not a shopping center. They're standalone campuses. I have a full presentation. We can do it on a second reading if you'd like, but this is just the last step of trying to legalize this whole school.
Thank you. Can I have a motion or comments or questions? Can I have a second?
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Dundidor?
That's the other one. This one was it.
JT?
Yes.
Mr. Zogby?
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega? Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13, 2026.
Next item, please.
17N, first reading of proposed ordinance granting a conditional use permit pursuant to the City of Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-181, subsection 2I, to allow a K through 5 grade private elementary school with a maximum capacity of 80 students in conjunction with a 143 children daycare center, granting a variance permit to allow 19 parking spaces where 30 parking spaces are required, and to allow a waiver of the minimum landscape requirements through the landscape mitigation as per Section 98-2235, in contrast to the City of Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-2189, subsection 8. Property is located at 2400 West 56th Street, Hialeah, zoned R35, multiple family district, and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Okay. Council, any questions or comments to Mr. Caesar? Can I have a motion?
Caesar, are they increasing, one question, are they increasing, is Bert
No,
increasing the
this is
size of the school?
Cesar Mestre offices at 8105 Northwest 155th Street, Miami Lakes, Florida. This school's been in existence since 1992, at least, standalone structure. We're having an issue. This is for the CUP. We're not increasing, as a matter of fact, we're decreasing the attendance, but we're having an issue with recommendation from staff. They want us to go to 50 students. We've requested 80 students. So we've agreed that we will comply with their conditions, but we will also we're having a traffic engineer do a parking analysis. So as to see if we can have the 80 students, and we promised that we would have that by second reading.
Okay, through the chair.
Yes, sir.
So you came down, we requested 50.
Staff requested 50. We requested 80, the applicant, the 80.
Right, and you're good with 50.
Well, we're not good with 50. That we're debating.
We're gonna do the traffic
That's why
study.
we're doing the parking analysis to make sure that we can do the 80. But my client is here. Bert is the owner. He's been the owner for almost 30 years. And he's telling me that they've had up to 140.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah.
and it's been there forever. But we're okay with getting the parking analysis done so that we can hopefully get the 80. If not, we'll see where it lands.
And then we'd be approving today 50, right? Is that part of this, part of the first reading? Are we approving 50 and then with a potential change in second
Correct.
reading?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry, perfect. Yeah, it's a great place. That's a standalone building, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh, that's great. Yeah, I think I went there too. Actually, is this by Jose Marti? This is by
Yeah,
Jose
right
Marti.
across the street.
I went to Jose Marti and okay, that's great, man. Perfect. Was it always named Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Bert, thank you, brother. Right.
Good evening. My name is Rigoberto Leal. Everybody calls me Bert.
Yes, sir.
Known as Rigoberto Leal. I'm the proud owner of that school now, going on 25 years. It's always been named Snow White. Back in 1989, a year after it was opened, Disney was having a hard time with MGM growing. So they came in and they did a tour of the school.
No way.
Yes, they did.
Wow.
And I invite you all to come by. And when you come into the lobby, you'll see all the MGM characters and stuff. So Disney, because of that, as a courtesy, allowed the school to keep the name.
Is there a Cinderella too or no?
There is a Cinderella.
Yeah, but that's not yours.
No, I have no idea who Cinderella is. No.
Okay.
Snow White is, that's it.
Got it. What's the one on 12? On 12, right before Okeechobee. Is that it?
That is Cinderella.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, perfect. Oh, yeah, thank you, Bert. I motion to approve.
Can I have a second, please? Second. Motion, roll, please.
Mr. Dundee,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby,
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Motion carries. The item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13, 2026.
Next item, please.
I only have 5 more, if I could have them all.
No, I asked
Personal
the
privilege.
vice president if you had an office somewhere in here.
Dundi, I just wanted to say thank you. It's been a pleasure. You know how I feel about you.
Thank you, brother.
You know, you brought a different energy and I mean, like everybody said it, you're a hardworking councilman. So I think, like everybody else says, I don't think we've seen the last of you. And I look forward to seeing you, whether it's here or anywhere else. You know, you always have a friend.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. And you know I love your haircut, so.
You copied me.
You too. Thank you, Caesar.
Next item, please.
Item O, first reading of proposed ordinance granting a variance permit to allow 3 on-site parking spaces on a two on-street parking spaces where 11 parking spaces are required. Allow 7.7 pervious area where 10% is the minimum pervious area required, and to allow the mitigation of 1 tree as provided by section 98.2235, all in contrast to the Hialeah Code of Ordinance, section 98-2189 subsection 7 and section E of the Hialeah Landscape Manual updated July 2025 entitled Tree and Landscape Requirements by Zoning Classification. Property located at 223 West 27th Street, Hialeah zoned M1 Industrial District and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
How you doing, sir? Name and address, please.
Oh, is it the business address or my address?
Business address is fine.
Michael Carballosa, 223 West 27th Street, Hialeah, Florida, 33010.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Council?
What business is it? Through the chair, what's this business you're running, Mr.?
It's a dance studio. I've been running it for 9 years.
And you're enough, so it's asking for a parking variance. Am I in the wrong one here?
Yeah,
you're right.
And is that enough spaces?
Yeah, because the parents always, the parents drop off the kids. They never stay. I don't allow them to stay for security purposes.
Oh, okay.
My office is in the front room.
Yeah.
So there's paperwork there, and I tell the parents this is a drop-off pickup facility only. So parking is only needed if I need like a meeting with a parent or something, but that's very rare because everything is done online.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
And so there's no like tournaments or events that you hold there?
No, no. I'm a competition studio.
Yeah,
we
like
only-
Dance City? Is it a Dance City thing or no?
It's kind of like Dance City, yeah. But I don't do Dance City because I think Dance City does like aftercare. I don't do aftercare. I only focus on competition.
Got
That's
it.
all I do.
And then what does pickup and drop off look like?
Pick up and drop off is because the way that the building is, my dad owns the building, so there's an in and then there's an out. So it's almost like a roundabout. So the parents come in one way, drop the kids off, and then they leave the other way. And it's a very secluded area. There's not a lot of traffic in that area.
How many dance like students?
For the 9 years that I've been there, my maximum has been 25 students. I'm not a big studio, and I know that.
All in one time? All in one time slot?
No. At once, I think my maximum, it depends. I sometimes have one, and the most I've ever had has been 9.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
Is it Dance Urge?
Dance Urge, yeah.
I think we spoke on the phone, right? Once?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And I know you've been trying to do this for a long time.
It's been a struggle, honestly. It's been a depression.
Yeah.
I thought about suicide a few times, but you know, it's hard because you know, I'm doing this for the kids, and I've been there for 9 years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cry, but it's been hell.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to save it for the kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Thank
Do you
you.
agree with the conditions?
I do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I motion to approve. I second.
Please take roll.
Mr. Zogby,
I don't know.
Yes.
Ms. De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor.
Yes.
Motion carried, item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13th, 2026.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item P,
Yes.
first reading of proposed ordinance granting a conditional use permit pursuant to the City of Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 98-181, to allow a two-story, 2,212 square foot addition to an existing assisted living facility and to increase the facility's capacity from 40 beds to 72 beds. Granting variance permit to allow the expansion of a legal non-conforming use existing at this site since 1990. Allow a front setback of 20 feet where 25 feet are required. Allow a lot coverage of 39.2% where 30% is the maximum allowed. Allow 24.96 pervious area where 30% is the minimum required. Allow 10 parking spaces where 24 parking spaces are required. And allow all parking spaces fronting West 30th Street to back out into right-of-way where backup parking is only allowed in low-density residential properties. On contrast to the City of Hialeah Code of Ordinance, Section 1-12 subsection B2, 98-589, 98-2056 subsection B2, 98-2189 subsection 21, 9.3 subsection 8.3, and the Hialeah Landscape Manual updated July 2025, section E, entitled Tree and Lawn Requirements by Zoning Classification. Property is located at 71 West 30th Street, Hialeah, zoned R3, multiple family district, and legally described herein, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, providing penalties for violation hereof, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, Javi, I think we're ready. Go.
Good evening, Mr. Council President and council members. Javi Vasquez, my law offices are at 600 Brickell Avenue. I'd like to take a moment of personal privilege, and I'm going to do it before my application because I know that Mr. Tundidor is going to vote his mind, and this is not going to be about greasing him for my application. This is a man who I admire him because he's always done just that. And as far as, I've been around this game for a long time, as you guys all know, and you've come a long way. I've seen your maturity from 6 years ago when you started. And like many have said tonight, I think you got a bright future in front of you. Learn from your mistakes. We've all made them. And I think that because of your humility and what you talked about earlier about our difficult situations, I think you're going to make and have a great future. So having said that, thank you for your service.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
So I'm here on behalf of Trinity Garden ALF, which is the existing ALF located at 71 West 30th Street. And joining me is Mr. Joaquin Vargas, our traffic consultant. Mr. Carlos Cardoso, my architect, was here and he received a call from his wife who was in an accident. There, she's okay, but she was very shaken up and he asked for permission to leave. And obviously my client said, please go. Also here joining me tonight is Yanet Suarez and Alejandro Aleman, who represent ownership. And this is the conditional use permit application with a variance to permit the expansion of a 40-bed ALF to 72 beds. The application was deferred at your November 18th meeting due to certain concerns raised in connection with our variance request relating to parking. And we have quite a few updates for you on that subject, including an incredible development that happened at the end of the day today. Deferrals, as much as we hate them, sometimes are for a good result. So, Claudia, your professional planning staff conducted an inspection of 6 senior living facilities, including our property. I'd like to note that of the 5, 4 received parking reduction variances, including one at 1760 East First Avenue, which I presented to this council earlier this year, which required 24 parking spaces and 7 parking spaces were approved. This application has required 10 for the same number, 24 required. And I'm not saying that to establish any type of precedent. I'm saying that for a reason, which I'm going to get to in a moment. There's 3 reasons why this council has been supportive of these parking variances. That's what I want to allude to and why I'm bringing this up. The first is the obvious, the dire need for these services in the community. Every one of these homes has waiting lists. The second one, and I see this at all cities that I represent clients at, is that the code requirements for these types of uses are not realistic, given that the residents do not drive. And that's something that I see across the board. There are no parking concerns at any of the locations that this council has granted variances for. And I want to just highlight that point again and again tonight, because sometimes legislative bodies say, you know what? Yes, we've done it in the past, but we're going to stop now because we've been creating a problem. That's not the case here. The history shows that at all of these locations, there's an abundance of staffing and there's still not a problem with parking. And the third reason is that the required staffing is staggered. This is not just a number of people that are there all at the same time. I think you guys all received this that talks about the ACA required staffing requirements versus actual. And I'd like to make an apology to this council because last time my client came to the podium and provided inaccurate information as it relates to staffing requirements. And I think that's another good reason that the deferral happened, because it allowed us to clean up that act, because it was somewhat embarrassing that we provided inaccurate information and it was completely unintentional. But if you look at that and you look across where it refers to, and you find the number 72, which is how many beds we're talking about, 457 weekly hours are required for an ALF of this size, which translates to 65 daily hours. Our staffing of 11 totals 88 hours, which exceeds 600 hours, where 457 are required. Our daily staffing of 11 people totals 88 hours amongst 4 staggered schedules. We have 4 people from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have 2 people from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 3 from 3 p.m. to 11, and 2 from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. The highest number of crossover is 6 employees from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. with 6 employees, 2 of them who drive together to work, which are these owner representatives right here. And like I said earlier, the reason I brought up similar approvals, one of which was mine, is not to throw a prior approval in your face. I've never been that guy. I've never practiced that style before this council, but it's to show that this council has been conscious that these things are needed without creating problems. Mr. Joaquin Vargas is also here, our traffic consultant. has also prepared a professional report, also concluding that the 10 parking spaces are sufficient. Now, why am I excited to tell you about a recent development as of 5 p.m. today? For several days, my client, and I have not been able to talk about this, has been trying to negotiate for additional parking elsewhere off-site. Today at 5 p.m., we were able to secure a 5-year lease for a vacant land, 7,500 square feet, located along the rear side of the 900 building on 49th Street, which you guys all know very, very well. This is 2.4 miles away. And what we want to make sure we're clear about is that we are not planning on using this at all. We have secured it to give additional reassurance to this council about this variance. But if we ever start having a problem, which we do not anticipate, that would be the trigger to start using that property. And we would establish a shuttle program to get the employees to and from this location. We will send the lease, which is fresh off the printer today, to the city attorney's office, and that will give the city attorney's office the opportunity to review it between first and second reading, and we will hopefully be back before you on that day. This comes before you with a recommendation of approval from your planning and zoning board, as well as your professional planning staff, and we would respectfully request your approval. We're, like I said, happy that it was deferred because it allows us to bring this additional information, and we hope that this council now feels comfortable with this.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, Javi, I could tell you from experience, back in 2020 during COVID, I remember visiting a lot of these long-term care facilities, and I had the great pleasure of visiting Mrs. Suarez's other facility that she had, I think, over on the east side, and that was ran very, very well, and I have all the confidence in the world that she'll do a good job with this one. So I motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Rizal.
Please take roll.
De La Vega,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Tundidor,
Yes.
Mr. Zogby.
Yes.
Motion carried. The item is approved. Second reading and public hearing is scheduled for January 13, 2026.
Want some sandwich?
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
What did they bring you, Poquito?
Yeah, thank you, sir. And are we done?
One.
We're done.